Live from that cave of the nerd. That's right, friends. It's Attack of the Live Streamer. How's everyone doing tonight? Still getting lighting set up. As soon as it's installed, we're going to be playing some Dead Island 2 with Skinny here. And,
That's so skinny.
Yeah, hey. Is this where I'm supposed to say something?
ah, well, let's just say I frickin' oh, there we go. Just got chat up. So, yeah, I got working on this painting earlier before work, right? Grinding along, couldn't figure out why some things weren't lining up. And it's like that moment where you mapped everything out beforehand. Why is this not looking right? And then slowly the neurons start firing and you realize what you did wrong.
Yeah, like maybe I shouldn't have smoked this weed before I tried it at home.
Uh,
And now I'm at work, and yeah.
no, more like, there we go. Yes, what's up, Wingman? All cats are being super lovable tonight. It's hilarious. I think it's because I came home and actually said, screw it, I'm taking a nap for once. I needed it. Yes, buddy. Like, oh man. Boss called. I'm all asleep in my chair. I'm lying down in my actual bed for a little bit. I randomly hear my desktop start making sounds, come
Oh,
running
it's-
out, apparently after like an hour. And one of the cats, the new one, is on the desk where he knows better than to be. Like, seriously? That's what I got up, saw you were live. Like, was trying to get coffee in me. I'm like, alright, I need to start being responsible. I need to get, you know what I mean? Get moving.
yeah. I mean, I got my job and stuff, and yeah, I hate being responsible. I don't like it. Sucks.
Yep.
Well, especially, I mean, I don't mean to get dark, but everybody seems to be getting sick or getting cancer or something or another, you know?
No, I get that. But to live is to die. If I remember right, the line from Macbeth is something along the lines of, when young Master Macbeth was born, I started digging this grave because upon his birth he began to die. Something along those lines. Like, yes, Wingman.
Jesus, there's intense music for some reason.
I
Your
I
kid man
swear,
lazy.
when the cat is refusing to be anywhere but up your ass sideways. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that he's mad. He's tired of the paint that's on his tail that I tried to get off his tail this morning when it happened, but he refused to let me. And now he's annoyed by the paint on his tail, and he's trying to get me to get it off.
Oh,
How much you want to bet that's got something to do with it?
yeah, cats are assholes, man. I mean, they could be lovey-dovey too, but they're so passive-aggressive fucking little cunts, man.
Let me put it to you like this. That might be all right. I ended up with an extra stray because he showed up at my house. Just like literally just showed up. It was in the middle of a snowstorm. all of a sudden I'm hearing out front. Which should have been sign of what was going to come, but you know, this dude freaking out front wanting in. I'm gonna freeze to death, man! Save me! And you know what I did.
To the Koreans.
No, he is now a member of the family. He's a happy cat.
Poor Koreans. You know, you need to stop being so anti-immigrant, dude.
I mean,
You know, those Asians need to eat too.
I mean, you know, that's what McDonald's is for. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there before I get both of us in trouble.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Oh no, I do because I do. I like having my channel.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're streaming too. My bad.
Yeah, and you know me. I give no fucks on going there. I will make an out of pocket joke just because I can. Like, believe me, every one of my coworkers know. Like, if you've worked with me any real amount of time, you know if the body snatchers ever try to replace me with some like safe, corporate safe freaking body double, everyone's gonna know instantly. The minute the opportunity to make some really off color, out of pocket joke that if I wasn't cool with everyone there would get me in some serious trouble. You know what I mean? I'm known for that type of humor. And I'm not apologizing for it either. Alright. To be fair, everyone at work also knows, like they've kind of gotten accustomed to my sense of humor.
Yeah, like my buddy, or I wouldn't necessarily say buddy, or not necessarily friends, but we've spoken. But I know that guy who was doing the ragtime songs with the old coon ragtime songs, we'll just say, and his channel got banned or whatever recently, which is kind of shitty because he was actually doing historical stuff. It wasn't necessarily
Well, it's because a
fairly
lot of people,
racist
and including
itself.
the AI, really doesn't understand historic things like trying to preserve historical context and whatnot. Like an AI is going to go this runs the front to TOS. It's gotta go. It doesn't understand the nuance. Like there was recently a World War II channel that the only thing it posted was World War II videos of tanks that recently got hit by that exact thing. Uh, and it's basically the best way I can describe it. It's why you don't let the machine be the one calling the shots. It's why you always have a person there doing it. Because now that they got a machine calling the shots, it's actually going to cause them a lot of problems and they don't realize it. Because if these,
Oh
once
yeah.
these, sooner or later, but I think that's kind of the plan. Hear me, tinfoil hat time. All right, so let me even go full Alex Jones here. Let me get that Alex Jones gravel going. All right, so here's what I think the play is. They're trying to get all these people who would not normally be banned under terms of service banned. See, now once they're banned, they can go in and say, well, in court, it was the AI, it had problems, so on. They will pay out in court. Now, from that point on, they can absolve themselves of any and all things on YouTube and use this as an excuse to stop paying creators due to issues that were arriving from AI.
Thinking the other day, like, surprised nobody has brought up some kind of lawsuit, because I'm sure there's some kind of like FCC law or something where, like, if you're applying this standard to your consumers, like, you have to apply that to the advertisers you deal business with. Like, I know there's got to be some law that's like, dude, you can't promote Ponzi schemes. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but it's got to be out there. Like,
No, there's a lot of that. There's also a lot of, and this is where you gotta also think. We have individuals who have built their entire career off of manipulate. Like, take Hassan Piker. All right, he is
I don't
kind
even
of
know who that guy is, honestly.
well, basically, Chunk Uger's nephew. That's the main thing you need to know.
Who's Chunk Uger? Is he
Chunk
like the dude from Goonies? Is that?
Nah, he's the main guy at the Young Turks.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know the
Okay, yeah.
of
All right.
course guy.
Well, I'm not familiar with him at all. Now that I kind of, he's really greasy, right?
Yeah,
He looks like he's always covered in Vaseline.
like, let me see if I can. He has a
Like he
very
was just
peculiar
burst out of the
voice that,
clone chamber before every, yeah.
like,
But yeah, I know the Young Turks mainly just because Jimmy Dore talks about him because they fired him and shit.
yeah,
So
like, all I gotta say is,
I'm gonna go see Jimmy Dore next month. By the way, that's gonna be pretty cool.
I mean, if you like socialism, I'm just saying. I mean, I know I used to say I was what you call a realistic socialist and this, that, and the other, but the more like as in recent years, it's like no, I'm an anarchist. I'm a proud anarchist. I don't know why I used to have this like idea that maybe nope, market solutions all the way. I learned that lesson.
Did we go in the tunnel?
You totally go in the tunnel.
I have no clue what they're arguing about. This retard's on the internet.
I mean.
I'm more concerned with like this shit that nobody seems to be talking about. I mean, I know I'm posting about it on my Facebook and stuff, but it's like, why is this stuff not being discussed? Why are people not noticing? Like all these.
I mean, we're gonna leave.
That's where most.
We're gonna leave that one alone. We're gonna leave that one alone for obvious reasons because once you start noticing things, let's just.
I mean, people just need to wake up. It's not a hatred thing. It's just you're being lied and manipulated. And
oh, I know, but you can explain that all day long. You can explain how
need to get out of the Gatrix. That's what I'm calling it.
Right, but you can.
I even got my shirt. Did you see my shirt? I even made a Gatrix T-shirt.
Oh, nice. But no. Point I'm making is you can explain it to your blue in the face what actual history and things like that. But I'm gonna be real with you, bro. We're talking about people first off who are illiterate of history. Let's just call it what it is. We're not gonna sugarcoat it around here. You know me, I don't do that. We're talking about people who are illiterate of history. Just outright do not understand, okay?
Yeah.
Part of the reason why they do not understand is because of the fact that understanding requires them to actually take into account a lot of historical context that, let's be real here, you kind of got to be an autist to be trying to get into and find. I'm just going to be honest with you. All right.
Look, all I know was I applied to art school and they rejected me.
Well, that is a
And that's
only a
all I'm
problem.
going to just say on the subject.
Well, that's only a problem if you're Austrian. Are you Austrian?
Maybe. I woke up in a place called Australia like one time.
Oh,
Like,
listen here.
that's close
Crikey,
enough,
mate.
right?
Uh,
I'm pretty sure when I scream gibberish German or things that I think sound just German, it's probably actually something in German.
I mean, thing to remember about
I
German
just don't know.
is you gotta add more syllables to the word than the word actually.
Take me run. You know,
Like house, right? House, simple word, right? Hausa.
well, I don't mean like that. I mean like
No,
as if I'm speaking.
that's actual German. Hausa.
Like somebody would go ching ching chong if they're like trying to pretend like they're speaking Chinese or Japanese or Southwest ghetto cheese.
Or, freaking Team America World Police. Durka Durka.
Yeah, going down Bakalaka Daka Street. Durka Durka.
Man, I love that show. Like, that movie is so freaking, like, they really shouldn't be making these jokes on the one hand because they are kind of bit on the
No,
spiteful
they
side.
should definitely
But
be
on,
making it
but on the other hand, you're glad
100%.
they are. You know what I mean?
I'm just surprised at how many people like couldn't. Bless you.
Thank you.
How many people were like, oh
Charles!
no, because they were making fun of Trump, and they're like, oh, and it's like, well, for starters, they make fun of everybody. Like, this isn't new. What are you
all I
crying
gotta say
about?
is, bro, good Nacht, it's good night, oh man, I cannot remember good evening. I've been in Germany years, uh, freaking, yeah, no. All I gotta say is my cat decides to start scratching the itch on the table that I'm painting on, so I gotta kick him off. He refuses and pulls down the easel with him. That is a cat that is determined if he doesn't get his way.
Sorry, bro. I'm fighting
Hey,
cat turd right now.
alright. I'm trying to
Good night and good enough.
like no. And according to the 6.5 minutes. No, because then you're gonna pull the painting off again. Yeah, I'm nobody. I love you too. Cat's being stubborn. 3-point perspective. Kind of hard to pull off the ever the need of a ruler.
In the tunnels.
But yeah, bro.
Fucking tunnels.
There's tunnels.
Here. Oh, okay, there we go.
Make sure I got this all
Oh,
lined
I found a door.
There we go. We found the door.
Sorry, my wife is also trying to find me.
I'm just saying. on it, yep.
I guess we accidentally landed in a story mission.
This was a side mission.
Goes right along. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Do-do. You know, get away with going off with this one, maybe?
You know how much self-control it takes to not skip all this shit?
I mean, you can skip it if you want to. I don't give a fuck. This game's about killing zombies. How much more story could there be beyond killing zombies?
I mean, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, but people these days, they're too retarded to pick up on anything deeper than a fucking kiddie pool, so might as well ride with it.
I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'd be lying to, both of us.
The pools led to the sewers, bro.
Alright. That's correct. That's correct. Blah, blah, blah. The one space one. Let's go ahead and start getting the move in place. Still say I'm screwed up. I
There we
need
go.
to try Daisy, but I want to try proper Daisy, not the game, but like the actual original Arma 3 mod.
Where'd you go? I found a workbench.
I'm at the workbench.
Oh.
Oh!
Card.
Let me. Totally, like, forgot to look over. Actually, I didn't even hear it, to be also honest.
Where are we supposed to be going? Did you want to go back to where we were? Or did you want to continue on in the sewer?
I still need to follow the paper trail around the pools of Beverly Hills, so.
Launching it now.
You still do too.
How do I get out of here?
There's a board here.
Wait a second.
Oops. Goody.
Oh my goodness. Games with 50 million frickin' notifications. Alright.
Well, that's not big. So, hydrostatic management system.
That's loud. Alright.
Hydrostatic. Oh, this place.
Ooh,
Fuck.
Down state leader. It's going to be impeccable tonight.
Chat back up.
That's going.
Oh, so that's why I'm sitting here like. Alright.
There we go.
Ah.
So, and now to match the required pressure.
That moment where you remember, oh yeah, you gotta paint stuff everywhere on your desk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so we need 10. And we need 75, so. No. Yeah, I suppose.
hey,
45. Alright. So we can. There we go.
I guess I should put it on
Anyway, right now I'm just shader caching in progress is what's going on.
What was that?
I said shader caching is in progress. I've been sitting here thinking you could, like, wondering why you're seeing the painting and whatnot, and not the game, and then I realized, oh,
Oh yeah, they do that now. But they don't have loading screens anymore, bro. It's just shader caching. It's the same fucking thing. It's...
right.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, get your lazy ass up, dude. No
I don't
sleeping
wanna.
on the job.
Why are you making me get up, man? You said I could sleep in. It's my day to sleep in. What I get for being Irish, Jimmy. This is what I get for being Irish. So, I got these Nutella Moretti things. Alright? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, it's good. I ate like 2 of these things though and regretted it instantly because of how all that sugar at once, you know what I mean?
Thanks.
If you'd be so kind as to send me an invite, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
look,
the-
I
Oh,
don't know how I managed to boost 2 of these
What the
back
fuck
to
is
back.
killing me?
I do.
Holy
Oh.
snikes.
Cute.
That moment
just
where
one.
you have it again, to have something again, I realized just how much sugar it was, you know what I mean?
Are you appeared offline?
Yes. It's a habit.
Yeah, because I was like, you're not showing, huh? There you go. I sent one, I believe. So,
Yeah, I just have a habit of staying invisible just because I like to be antisocial.
Fair enough.
Oh, I gotta do the storyline?
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotta choose a
unfortunately.
Slayer.
And sadly, I can't play the tutorial for you like I do with my wife. She hates tutorials, dude. I have to play them for her. And then she'll be like, well, I didn't know you could do that. And I'm like, well, you didn't play the fucking tutorial.
I played
That's
it
what it's
twice.
for.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of the same way. I hate tutorials too. I'm like, get me into the game, I'll figure it out.
Exactly.
Alright.
Goodness, there we go.
See, where'd you go?
I just went, there's only one way to go. I'm sorry.
What day with this fucking Nintendo Switch?
I went in the door that we just opened up. The only way to progress forward. Hey, this way.
Oh, I didn't know that door opened.
That's what we fought all those zombies for.
Your phone.
I apologize.
Homeboy is freaking nuts. I like it.
Yeah, the characters can be a little cringy. Be careful which one you pick. I will say that. But the game itself, I haven't really noticed any real, like, woke shit or anything like that. The dismemberment has been impressive. Like,
oh, dude, the only reason why I am even, like, playing, like, got this is because you're like, come on, man, let's play. If you weren't like, come on, bro, let's play, nah, I would have never bought it. I'd have been like, they can keep their...
I wish more games had, like, because it's not just like a dismemberment system, like, oh, you can cut their heads off. No, it's like they have, like, damn near fucking made every organ of the body, like it's like basically like the Forza, like how they have realistic car damage. It's like that for people.
I'm not gonna lie, I laughed my balls off when I saw you could race a mech. But I'm still not getting that game either.
Honey, I found a Molotov.
Oh, you found a Molotov?
Yeah.
Where are you at? Oh, you're ahead.
I'm just wandering.
Oh, by the way,
Fuse.
did you
But
by chance, like, have you been following the mixtape ordeal? Let me rephrase that.
Dude, that game looked like shit right from the get-go. Like, I hate these, even the newer movies. Like, everybody wants to say you're dumb, but the Spider-Verse movies give me a fucking headache because it looks like I'm missing frames every time I watch it. I can't stand that artsy-fartsy shit. It looks terrible.
Don't get me wrong, the first one was good. Never bothered to see the second one. But, with that being said...
I'm just commenting on, like, just the visuals that they made it look choppy.
I'm just saying I like the first one. And then moving on. The point I was about to make, though, is... No, I may have put out a short today, but I really do believe this shit. I think I know why all the frickin', like, games journals types love the game. Alright? Look at the main character, the blonde chick, right? She's got that Prozac stare, you know what I mean? That, like, antidepressant stare.
Yeah, she's probably on Ritalin or something.
Like, you get my point, though. It's like, that they all, like, oh my god, I got that same stare! Just like me! Slay Queen! Like,
It's all just soulless garbage, man. But when somebody actually makes a good game, a lot of people get mad about it and give it poor reviews. Like that Mouse AI game.
Oh, man, that... Sorry.
Or they try to shit on that fucking Crimson Desert game, and then all the journalists have to backtrack. And for the first time in history, I believe, they actually had to go back and almost all had to re-review the game.
Well, it's because none of them reviewed the game. It's like, let's be honest. It's kind of become... I don't want to phrase this right. We have reached that point where individuals who review games never play games. Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sitting here like talking to you, not realize I'm supposed to be choosing my... Okay.
Well, I mean, a lot of times, I'm going to be honest, reviewers, none of this is new. I mean, fuck, we had Gamergate, but it was around before that. Like, even before Gamergate, you remember, you might not, this might be a little bit too deep of a cut, but when the Kane and Lynch games came out, it came out in reports that, fuck, who was behind that game? Was it like Ubisoft or somebody? I don't know, but the developer behind the game ended up being outed as getting them to like give it good reviews, which was really pissed a lot of people off because it was actually a decent game to begin with, so they really didn't even need to do that.
No, like Kane and Lynch, my biggest complaint about the first Kane and Lynch is the fact that they randomly killed dude's daughter. Like, okay, that was... She
lived when I played it. Maybe you made a bad decision, bro.
Either way, like, the point being, Kane and Lynch was one of those games, though, that was still fun to play. I've yet to play the second one.
But yeah, so I mean, it's been like that for as long as the industry's existed for the most part. Even with music, you ever look into like how corrupt the music industry has been? Like the basically pay to play where, record labels and shit like that are paying off fucking radio stations and shit to play just their tunes and rigging the whole fucking...
How good is Ryan?
Huh? Oh, Ryan's awesome.
Okay. Because that's what I'm thinking about playing.
The only ones that I would avoid is like the Bulldyke character, Carla, and I don't know, I think the other characters are okay. But Carla's really fucking annoying.
Ryan strikes me as like, he seems like I don't know, I like the fact that he doesn't strike me as a, he strikes me as a real firefighter, you know what I mean? Anyone who's known, like, any, like, EMT firefighter.
He's not a firefighter though. He's a stripper pretending to be a firefighter.
Oh, that's even funnier.
Yeah, that's if you notice in the cutscene, intro cutscene, they show a lot of little details about that. Like, I think there's a 99-cent sticker on his fucking fireman hat. And
Oh, I didn't even notice that, dude. Yeah, no, I'm kind of talking. Didn't really pay. Wasn't really
what are we
paying
trying to
attention.
do here? Pretty high.
I make it.
Oh, cat down there.
Oh, we need a breaker thing to put in there.
There's a cat.
Like, I like this demeanor of him, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a pretty decent character to play as.
Like, I don't know.
I like. I'm playing as the black dude,
the toker.
and Ops is the Irish girl, or maybe she's Scottish. I don't know.
Or
Uh,
something.
Come
You
on.
need
I
She's
can't-
some ish. Huh?
but,
You do something.
No, thank you.
yeah. Either way, bro. Either way. Oh, I see. I see. I mean,
Survivors. Okay.
I was watching a fireball go flying off. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, the only reason this game really really didn't catch on, it's unfortunate, but it was when, Epic Games is getting publishers to have like an exclusive window on their platform.
Oh yeah,
Together.
that killed so many games.
Which I was happy with that, because honestly, like, as much as I do enjoy Steam, there are a lot of things wrong with Steam, and nothing is more healthy for a market than competition.
Oh yeah, just the problem is that Epic Games can't do anything right. Epic Games is like they, instead of trying to look at what, for instance, any complaint you would have about Steam or whatnot, and go, all right, there's a complaint, let's get that right. You know what I mean? Let's
Yeah.
take what Steam failed at, we hear that people don't like about Steam, and get it right. Instead, these douchebags
This
go,
could be useful.
let's sue Steam for being a monopoly.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, people are like, well, they don't even have like communities boards and stuff like that for their games where you can like talk to other people who play it, and like the discussion boards. I'm like, who cares? I keep getting banned from the Steam ones anyways. Like, I don't even say anything bad when I get banned from it. It's just everybody's so goddamn fucking sensitive
Oh,
that I can't
dude.
say anything.
I would argue that's because we've let the Redditor types get a little too in with a lot of the, I guess you could say.
I even forced a refund on Steam because they kicked me from the message board for no fucking reason. I didn't even violate the rules. Somebody had posted on, I think it was the Outer Worlds, they had like, why does this game get a lot of hate? And I just responded, I said, gamers are a lot like women, but twice as fickle. Or something like that. I didn't even use like any cuss words. I didn't, no derogatory shit really. It was actually just a kind of funny joke. It's like, you can't make gamers happy, dude, just like women.
I mean, you're not
But
wrong.
apparently.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And of course, they had to prove me right and ban me for that. And it's just so fucking stupid, dude. And then, like, you hear people bitch. I'm happy for Epic. I know I'm not saying that Epic is a good platform. Let's make it. But I'm happy that there's an alternative to Steam out there. Just like I'm happy to.
Yeah, but let's
Honestly,
be
if
honest.
I can buy a game on GOG over Steam, I will buy it on GOG. Because
I do like
GOG
GOG
actually does a
DRM.
lot of stuff for the historical preservation
Yes.
of games. And Steam sells broken games, and GOG actually has the foresight to fix the games before they sell them. If you buy Saints Row 2 on Steam, more than likely you will not be able to get it running. I could never get mine to run, no matter what. I modded it, I downloaded all kinds of like updates and shit, and patch fixes or what the fuck ever, nothing worked. I get it on GOG, it works right out of the box. I don't even have to download any extra mods, it's all there.
Just a few bruises. I think we got lucky. I might...
Because they actually work on the games too, because they're more than just like a distributor. That's more of like a museum where you can just happen to buy the artifacts to enjoy for yourself as well.
Right. Dude, the
But
one
yeah, I mean,
complaint about frickin' Saints Row 2 is the fact that they
hey,
never
buddy.
gave it a
You
proper
got
PC
blood
port
coming out of your ears.
anyway.
You know that?
well, GOG did.
What? I can't
Like
hear.
literally, the
got
GOG
blood
is
coming out of my
fucking
ears.
chef's kiss, dude. That is the perfect port. Because they went in and they fixed it themselves. They went in and they do that to a lot of different games too. Like a lot of the old like PS1 games, like they won't go and remaster necessarily everything. But if there's something that they can like tweak in the code, if there's like a community patch out there somewhere that addresses a lot of issues, they'll usually take that and put it in the game that they sell, include that with the game that you're buying, so you don't even have to fiddle with trying to get it to work. If that makes any sense.
Right.
I don't know. GOG does a lot for like. I hope they get, and they've been in a lot of financial trouble too. Like they're struggling pretty hard, but I hope more people like end up picking up on those guys too. So they do a lot of retro stuff, unlike Steam.
Well, Guardian,
heavy.
Guardian, Galaxy again.
We need to go. I'm not just gonna leave them here to die.
Sorry, trying.
Jesus Christ, what are you smoking, bro?
Needs you.
Banana peels?
Wait, what?
Pineapple Express.
He had to mute because he thinks we're mad that he's coughing.
No,
Dude,
no.
it's okay. We know it's
No,
just
no,
the
no.
hantavirus.
I said it too lightly. I said Pineapple Express.
Seriously? I'll call the army. Send help.
Do you ever say that hantavirus sounds like something that only ghosts would catch?
I mean,
Great.
maybe, but I will say
Someone else made it.
that I don't trust it. Like,
Oh, hey, buddy.
alright, so one of the conspiracy theories was... Oh, I was not paying attention. Frickin', that the, whole point of COVID was to get people to not trust a real frickin' pandemic
Need a weapon.
lockdown
Oh,
and
yeah.
whatnot. So they could do one and then cause actual damage.
Well, did you know, like, Hanta is, like, Hebrew for nonsense?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, dude. at
Just
this
throwing that
point,
out there.
Bro. As bad as it sounds, I really do kind of... I would not be surprised of a lot of things at this point. I have reached that point where I'm like, it is 2026. We've had too many conspiracy theories that were said to be impossible turn out to be true. We've had...
For the record, every single one I have backed has come true.
More coming.
Alright.
I even backed Pizzagate, but I never backed the fucking bullshit with, like, the fucking basement and all that
Yeah.
shit. But I knew that they were using code words and shit, and then the Jeffrey Epstein files came out, and guess what? They're using fucking pizza and great fucking soda.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not arguing that. And obligatory never stop talking about the Epstein files.
See, but that's what I mean, man. That's why I just talk about it and whatever. And it's like I might sound like a broken record, but I'm not gonna shut up until everybody else is on the same fucking page. Like, that's just my job, is to annoy people until they fucking usually what happens is somebody will get annoyed with me to the point where they actually look it up because they're looking at something to dispute what I'm saying.
Well,
And then they end up in a rabbit hole. That's what happened to my mom.
well, my whole issue with the whole thing is we were, one minute we were good to go, next minute,
It's never been good to go for a long time, bro. We were,
what
we
I'm
just
saying is
didn't see it.
Everyone was on board with getting the files released, and then, you know, oh look, a shiny, and all of a sudden, everyone went, wait, the Epstein what?
Well, that's why MAGA's a fucking cult now, dude. Like, honestly, as a former MAGA person, I voted for Trump. I voted for Trump 3 fucking times.
Twice.
Throw my weapon at the tire.
I voted conservative my entire fucking life.
I've never voted until 2018.
MAGA
but
is a fucking cult because there is no excuse. There's nothing to justify a damn thing that Trump has done. He has done a 180 on every single position that he had when he was running for president. And everybody's always saying, Trump, but you're betraying Trump, you're disloyal. No, he's supposed to be loyal to me and to the words and agreements that he had made.
Well, I would argue to some extent, like Venezuela, okay, that turned out to be a good thing. Okay? And
No,
I
I'd
would
say that's
argue-
still a bad thing, dude. Like, all we did was just make another fucking billionaire more fucking money.
well,
Because, who's the guy who owns that fucking, who bought out
well,
that fucking
I
city?
understand what you're saying, but the point I'm
This
making
is
is
fucking
the reason why I
insane.
say it turned out to be a good thing is if you're thinking long term, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying if you're thinking long term, alright? Like, if he knew he was going to be at some point closing the strait, this was the right move to make. Like, taking Venezuela first was the right move. Like, yeah, if you're trying to get off of the drug that is
Oh, it's
China,
not, because we don't even
let me
need the
finish,
oil in Venezuela. That we have plenty here.
No, I get that, but here's the thing. Let me finish.
Okay, Jesus.
Let me finish.
Oh, God.
Now, if you're trying to
fuck did
get
this
the
happen?
world off of the
It's not meant to
drug
be like
that is
this.
cheap Chinese
Okay, just,
labor,
hang
you
in there,
need to
I guess.
starve them out.
Oh,
Alright?
See, that doesn't make any sense. That's all like, that's all bullshit, dude. Like, their job is to make sure that we have the best lives ever. Their job
No,
is to
I get
maintain
that, and to do
America,
that-
not the
and to do
entire
that-
fucking world.
Ah, he got bit! He got bit! I'm infected! I'm an infected, bro! No!
Yeah, you are infected. You got the fucking fire. You got the military-industrial complex virus, buddy.
Can I,
It's gonna go to your brain, and any day now you're gonna be screaming to bomb Iran.
No. But
I don't have any issues with Iran, mainly because historically, I think the last war that they actually had, like a legitimate war, not this secret war that we've been told about suddenly, that's been going on for the past 40 some odd years that nobody's been aware of.
66 Alpine Drive. Okay.
Like, that's the most secretive war I've ever seen, if there's ever been one. It's like 49 years ago. Yeah, we've been at war with them. And like, have we? Like, I don't really think we have. I don't think there's any evidence to say that either. But anyways, like, our last conflict was like in the fucking like 430 BCE or some shit like that. They literally haven't gone to fucking war in hundreds upon hundreds of years. Like, why would I think they're a problem? They're minding their own business.
That's the problem. It's China that's the problem. You're looking
China's
at
not a problem
Iran,
either.
Okay, think of it in a chessboard. Like, I can't believe you're making me defend this. But, okay, think of a chessboard. Okay? If you're going to try to remove an enemy without causing a war with that enemy,
Why do we have
start-
enemies? Why is anybody our enemy?
Because that's the nature of life. Life's not fair. We will never get along on a primal level. There will always be people who want what we have. So China wants what we got. And China.
So if
in the
it's going to happen regardless, like what's the point of trying to fight against
Let me finish. Please do not cut me off. That is one of the things that I'm trying to fill you in, but you gotta hear the whole thing. If you cut in answers, like I will be answering the questions as I go along, but you have to let this go. You gotta let you ask the question, time to ride the train of information. Okay?
Okay.
So, China's been a problem since literally they got originally opened up to the world by Nixon in the 70s. They were further opened up economically in the 90s by Clinton. This is a problem because with them being able to literally just undercut any business, being able to have any type of like, all right, why does every company offshore to China?
Can I ask a question real quick though? That pertains exactly to this. Who created that problem? Who outsourced all of their jobs to China? Was it the government or was it private business who wanted to fucking capitalize on every fucking thing they can?
I would argue it was big banks and private equity.
Yeah, but does China have any? Does China do anything wrong necessarily by saying, "Hey, I can do this job for a little bit cheaper"?
Yes, China does a lot wrong because China has literally forced their people into a slave class where they have no choice but to do this. It is literally like it. Okay, here you like when people talk about capitalism, what they're really talking about is corporatism.
Why is that my problem?
Because if you're
aren't our people basically enslaved labor?
How are you going to sit there on one hand complain about the fact that your people cannot afford a living, and then sit there on the other hand and say that another country, so literally allowing companies to exploit their people with slave labor, is not your problem? How can you have your people be supported with jobs if all those jobs are over in China? That's the problem. If we can't, like, these companies will never bring their jobs here as long as China is able to undercut our market every step of the way. But if we, by taking Iran off the battlefield, make it to where China cannot get their oil that they need in order to be able to actually do, you know, what they've been doing, then we can more effectively encourage companies to reshore those jobs here, because the tariffs didn't work because of the fact that they kept being shot down by establishment corporate shills who have made sure that China will be the one to benefit from these jobs, and they will be the one to ascend, not America, that they will be the one to get all of those jobs, not Americans here, because that was pretty much been their bet for the past better part since the 70s, maybe even longer.
The H-1B people that they're bringing over like fucking crazy to take American jobs.
That's another problem that I completely agree with is a problem and needs to be dealt with.
I'm just asking, like, if China's taking our jobs, why are we bringing in people to take our jobs?
That's the point I was about to make. Once again,
it sounds like an imaginary problem.
Oh, can I finish what I'm saying?
I mean, wouldn't the answer really be like if this other business is undercutting you?
Dude,
would the response be to like make a product that has higher quality and value?
How can you ask me a question and then when I go to answer it, you cut me off and keep talking? Let me answer your question.
Okay.
That's what that is one of my biggest pet peeves, dude. That is like that you're talking to a certified autist when you ask me a question and then cut me off when I go to answer it. It's like, why do you even ask the question?
Answer it.
Okay, what I was about to say is the reason why they're doing the H-1Bs is because same reason why they did the China thing. If we give them the ability to bring in cheap labor and undercut people, even if they got to remove them from a completely separate part of the world to bring them here, it is still cheaper than hiring American employees who will walk out at the drop of a hat. These people are basically slaves, same as in China, because if they want the good American life, they have to literally fulfill their contract to get their American citizenship that the
So,
H-1B contract would cover. It is literally
okay,
them undercutting the American, like, citizen
okay,
because it is
all right.
cheaper to do that. Both
Let
are
me
a
ask
problem.
you this. If you're mad about China for having slave labor, why is it okay for us to do it?
I don't like when we do it.
Then
But
maybe,
this is a
like, I
corporate.
just think we should mind our own business and, like, work our own shit out. Like, if
I
China
mean,
is
I understand
undercutting
that.
us.
I
No, let me
understand
make a
that,
point.
but
I
we
haven't
don't
asked you
live in
another
that
question.
world.
Let me make a point. If
Okay.
China is, like, so dangerous because they undercut us, wouldn't the proper response to be to make a better, more quality product, or to have some kind of innovation, you know, maybe to change the pieces on the board instead of, you know, killing people?
China has several times over the past 10 years, if not 15, I think, yeah, 15, I think it started in 2010, 2011, has several times hacked our patent office and several companies to get a hold of their designs and use those very designs to
So shouldn't those
further
companies just
themselves.
do a better job?
But that's not. You're sitting there saying innovate a better way of doing it, but what's the point of innovating if China's going to immediately steal it and start using that innovation for itself? So, once
So
again,
why?
they are a threat because they will do everything to undercut our economy. If you speak like the same thing we're doing to them, they've been doing to us, but they've been doing it to us for the better part of 20, 30 years. I'm not saying I
But like,
approve of what Trump is doing, but if you're
but
trying
then
to do.
why did we undercut our own economy when we left the gold standard, or
Because
even put in the Federal Reserve back in 1913?
1913, the Federal Reserve was literally had. That is where we need to go, like, even deeper and go, like, that's where you need to go into
Is
the.
China responsible for the Federal Reserve?
No, but the same people that are
Okay.
responsible for China are responsible for the Federal Reserve. Because remember, one of the things that I said that ascended China was private equity and big banks. The big banks had been trying to get a IMF bank in America for the better part of since America's inception, and finally succeeded in 1913. And if you look at the Titanic and the fact that J.P. Morgan was supposed to be on the Titanic with 4 other billionaires, but J.P. Morgan ever conveniently decided not to go, almost like he knew something in advance. And the fact that the 4 billionaires that were on the Titanic when it went down were all 4 of the ones with enough power and influence to prevent the Federal Reserve from coming into power. Especially if
Were
you
any
look
of those
into,
people Chinese?
okay, you're. Oh my God! I can't believe you're being obtuse like this.
I'm not
It's
being
not.
obtuse. I just don't understand why
Yes, you
China
are. I said
undercutting
the
us is the
same people that
problem.
are responsible for the China situation are responsible for the Federal Reserve. I just
So,
said that.
so
They
why
are
don't
the
we aim
same
at those
people
people instead of
because
China?
they are this. Oh my God.
Rage baiting
We
him.
tried.
I'm just asking
Okay,
questions. It
wanna know
doesn't
what
make
happened to the
sense to
last
me.
person that shut down the Federal Reserve? Dallas, November 3rd, 1963.
Yeah, we dropped the gold standard. Was it in 73?
Because France decided to call in their debt, so Nixon said that in order to prevent France, who had showed up at our doorstep with their navy, and Nixon being told that we would lose that fight because France had already gotten there, we had no time to shore up. Basically, said, okay, then we'll switch to a fiat currency instead of the gold standard. The same person, like, mind you, the whole reason why we had racked
So
up
the
a whole
French
bunch
is
of
our
debt,
enemy.
and the whole reason why we had racked up the debt with France was because of a lot of the fact that we were fighting wars in Vietnam and Korea, both of which were on behests of private interests, once again, private equity and big banks, which we didn't need to be there. See, the big problem is we, like, you sit there and say, well, yeah, China's not our enemy. China may not be our enemy, but right now, China is our enemy. You could sit there and say that, yes, that we've been screwed by the big banks and private equity for the better part of 100 years. What a lot of people are not taught in school is that Teddy Roosevelt didn't go against monopolies. Teddy Roosevelt fought against private equity. And in turn, what private equity did is bought all the textbooks and had it rewritten to monopolies, so we would be too stupid to actually know what they were saying, what they were actually talking about. And then on top of that, you have the fact that the China situation, these same individuals funded the Maoist revolution in the 50s. These same individuals funded the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia when it happened. In the 1910s, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
In
didn't we
1910,
like do the whole overturning of Iran in the 50s? Like they were pretty cool until we fucked with them.
and then that caused the revolution in in 69. And I'm not saying that, like, they
So
may not
maybe
be
we
our
shouldn't
enemy in the
meddle.
sense, but that still doesn't change the fact that China, right now, is still our enemy. They want revenge for the Opium Wars, even though we, the United States, really had nothing to do with that. That was mainly a Britain thing. They still want revenge on us for that. That is
I mean,
part of the reason why
I take
China.
ownership of the opioid stuff 100%. That was
But
all
the
us.
point is when you sit there and say they are not our enemy, but they want revenge on us for that, and they will destroy us and do everything that they can to make sure that they come out on top for that. If a guy's coming at you, all right, because your dad's dad did something and he's mad at you, you did nothing, you've got no clue about it. Would you still defend yourself when some dude is just wailing at you and no amount of please stop?
I mean,
that's
yeah,
winning?
if like another
Okay, then
country
we have
actually
every
like
right to be able to look at China
attacks.
and say, we're not going to roll over and let you just steamroll us on the international stage.
I mean, does Sweden have to go around attacking everybody who's undercutting their businesses?
I don't
They
like
seem
that
like they're
either.
doing
I
okay.
voted for Trump because he was anti-war. You wanted to know why all of this is happening and what.
There's no reason for it to be happening, honestly. There's no legitimate logical reason for any of it to be happening.
In a perfect world, no. I wish it wasn't going on either. I don't like it either. But the point I'm making is unfortunately, because of the fact that we had to have a private bank, and for the past 113 years, we've been pretty much under the boot of the private banks and have been jumping every time they say, we want to, like, why is it that we got involved in World War I and
Do
World
you
War
understand that, like, war is how those private banks make money?
No, I understand that. But now that the
So, like, why are you being like, well, we need more war if the private banks are the problem?
We need more war. I'm saying that because of the fact that we can't get rid of the the Federal Reserve, like, we will have no leader get rid of it.
I mean, we could get rid of the Federal Reserve, dude. We have one of the most sophisticated armies on the planet. I mean...
Yeah! And the president that tried to get rid of the Federal Reserve once again was assassinated in Dallas. That's the point I'm making. When you are sitting there,
we should just go along with it because we might get.
We should go along with it, but don't sit there and look at the top saying it's your fault that you won't take a bullet for the American people and get us.
I will. That's kind of his job. That's what he signed up to do.
To be fair, it's kind of, on the one hand, I agree, and this is why I say I hate the fact that you're making me defend him and the situation and everything. And I say this for one reason.
But like, it's literally his job to be there to drain the swamp. Like,
No, I get that. I get that.
and let's just hypothesize for a moment that like some guy in a dark suit pulled him aside, is like, "Sir, if you ever do anything," and then they show him like the Zapruder film, and then he's like, "That'll happen." Like, what's to stop Trump from like immediately like pressing his little button to go like on a national address and be like, "All right, guys, things are fucked. Here's everything. Here's all the evidence." And then he could expose everybody before they even have time to plan an assassination. Like, he could do a big dick move thing like that, but he doesn't want to because he's a part of it, and you've been lied to for the past 14 plus years. So, can you explain to me, like, how Trump had all these court cases between 2016 and 2020 and all that other horse shit, but yet nobody, like, ever brought up any of the Epstein stuff? The media never went after anything that actually had teeth. Like, everything they tried to go after him just kind of fell out. It was just it's just a play, dude. It was just like wrestling.
It didn't fall out. He's literally still trying to actually, like, it's one of those,
Do you know that Trump took Lauren Boebert into the fucking Situation Room to yell at her about having her name on Massey's Epstein Transparency Act?
Dude, I don't really care. And on top of that,
Marjorie Taylor Greene says he's not doing it because it would hurt a lot of his friends.
Hold up, are you defending Thomas Massey? Obviously one of the biggest establishment plants out there. That man
Yes.
showed us he was a plant.
How is he an establishment plant?
Dude, come on. The minute he endorsed Ron DeSantis, when everyone knew right off the bat, Ron DeSantis was an establishment plant. Everyone around is saying he's an establishment.
He endorsed Trump too, so what does that say?
He only endorsed Trump because he was forced to after DeSantis, like...
No, he offered to. He told Trump that if Trump wanted his endorsement, it would probably bring him in a lot of libertarians, and Trump said sure.
That's because Trump's being smart. Honestly, after that Trump, Massey showed me he was a snake in the grass.
Did you know Massey was Charlie Kirk's favorite congressman and politician of all time?
Dude, here's the thing.
Hey, he's on video saying it.
I'm not arguing that.
Did you know that if you ask Grok what fucking congressman or political representative best represents the Constitution, it'll tell you it's Thomas Massey?
Dude, I never.
How is he anti-establishment? He wants to arrest pedophiles, and that's bad?
No, I'm not saying that's bad.
What has he done that's bad? What has he done that makes him an establishment shill?
Hold up. My whole thing is, alright, when someone shows you they're willing to do what the establishment wants them to do,
Well, hold on.
No, I don't trust them after that.
What did he do what the establishment wanted him to do?
He endorsed Ron DeSantis.
So that's his great sin, is endorsing Ron DeSantis. He hasn't, it's not anything he voted on. It's not any stance he takes in office. It's just that he endorsed Ron DeSantis, which if I recall recently, everybody loved Ron DeSantis during the fucking COVID shit, because Florida was one of the few states that didn't do any mask bullshit.
You can do something right and still be an establishment shill. I never trusted DeSantis from the get-go because he was a former JAG officer.
I mean, I don't like DeSantis either. I think he's a piece of shit, but I still like Thomas Massey.
But as for Massey, my whole thing is with him, one is like, all right,
do you think Massey would have like known him well enough to know that he was an establishment shill and then be like, yeah, I'm still giving this guy an endorsement? Or do you think that maybe it was just more of a professional courtesy kind of thing? Because like when you're a Republican, you always want to try to do something to help another Republican get into an office.
I'm know.
I mean, isn't that how it works?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't roll like that, bro. I
mean,
Alright,
that's usually how they all like they
Okay,
talk
let me
about like
rephrase that.
red and blue
I
waves and
used to roll
stuff.
like
you know?
that. Okay? Then we found a snake in the grass. Of the worst kind.
Why is it that Thomas Massey is like one of the only people who hasn't taken any APAC money?
I mean, I didn't know he didn't take APAC money. That I did not know.
Yeah, he's got $0 on his APAC tracker.
Nice. Alright, send me another invite. I think I'm out of the... Wait, maybe I'm not. Hold up. When do you know you're out
No,
of
my wife, she went off to the bathroom and stuff, and she was hosting, so I don't think we're gonna play anymore. Not that I'm mad at you or anything, because we're having a discussion, but I think she wandered off to do something.
Yeah, that was partly my fault. I got arguing. Dude!
I don't mean to piss you off, dude. Honestly, I'm autistic too. I just ask questions. I try to understand things, and I just...
my whole thing is this is one of the best ways I've come to explain it. Don't win yet, but do you remember Ant-Man? Do you remember the second one?
No, but I remember a lot of things that I learned in history class, like about our forefathers, and like a lot of that shit just doesn't line up with what's going down today, and that's the biggest reason why I ask so many questions.
That I do agree with. But anyway, I do
like no
agree
foreign
that...
entanglements and all that shit,
Oh, yeah.
and you know, it's like, well, you know, maybe we should stop our companies from outsourcing everything to China and like just try to make our own shit and try to be self-sustaining. I mean, we could do that. Other countries do that all the time. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
I understand. Other countries aren't autocracies.
Yeah. And like I said, we just need to fix that. We don't need to worry about anything else. We need to always look inward and be better of ourselves. Because even at the end of the day, at least this is my interpretation, is America's job is to be the one place that is free. In a world that is oppressing everybody else, it is our place to be the freest country in the world.
I get that.
And we're not. We're ranked 15th.
And one of the reasons why never mind. I'm not even.
And that's why I don't care. Like, if slavery and shit is going on in another country, it's not that I don't care about those people, but it's my job, or my job as an American, to create a country, to create an environment where people can flee tyranny to come here and to live and prosper, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, all that good shit. And we're terrible at that right now. We don't even take care of our own people.
What do you know? Money!
Money! I hate money, dude. That's probably... It's not because I'm poor and I don't have it. It's because I'm poor and I realize how irrelevant it is. It doesn't make you happy.
That, but at the
I
same
know.
time,
I'm just stating. I'm ranting.
I was more going to argue the fact that, quite frankly, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't blame money for the faults of men. Money is neither good nor evil. It is the person.
No, I don't.
Matters.
I hate greed.
Money is the. Money is the master of a fool. And the slave of a wise man.
For the love of money is the root of all evil. I forget where that's in the Bible, but that's in there.
No, money is... worship of money is the root of...
Well, it's money and power, because money is power. Money is the physical embodiment of power.
Is that a maglock?
Like, you could have a shit ton of power, but unless you have money, you really don't have anything to point to that actually illustrates that power.
Well,
that's what I mean.
But my whole point is still, once again, it does not matter whether or not you have money.
You seriously, dude, just Just do this for me as a friend. Look more into Thomas Massey. He's one of the best guys we got in there, dude. Seriously, no shit. I don't chill for a lot of politicians. I was a diehard Trump guy until he decided to tell me that I was stupid for wanting the Epstein files, and then he called it a hoax and said he didn't need my support.
I
Pretty mad about that. And you can wonder, I'll just let you know the reason why that is such a core issue for me. The reason why the Epstein thing is a really huge issue for me is because I am a survivor of sexual abuse when I was a child. Not by my family, thank fucking God. I don't have to still deal with the person.
No,
but
I get that, but the point
I know what that shit does to people firsthand, dude.
I get that. The point I'm trying to make is when it comes to that, I'm also one to say the reason why he kept saying it's a hoax, it's this, it's that, okay, is when you've had people constantly destroying freaking evidence, and so when his people are coming up to him who think they've got the info and then go, oh, it's nothing. Because they can't say if there is something or not, because the last administration made sure to do, like, burn as much as they can. Like,
but they didn't burn anything. They've released, like, at least half of the documents already, and there's still a shit ton of stuff that looks bad, really bad for Democrats in there.
Out that they didn't have the actual files. They thought they had everything. And so they're like, oh, that's why Trump's like, it's nothing. Because my people told me it's nothing. Because they looked into it, and it's nothing. Like, that, I honestly think that is what happened. Because, let's be honest, when it comes to something like that, I am liable to believe that you have individuals that are not necessarily evil, but are just incompetent. And they are trusting, not thinking that, you know...
Why hasn't the DOJ even met with any of the survivors yet? They still haven't met with any of the survivors. They showed up at Pam Bondi's hearing. I don't know if you saw the clips of that.
Good. Dude, I'm gonna be real.
They won't even talk to him, dude.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna act like I know, dude. Because I don't do
investigation. Saying, like,
but
there's a shit ton of pictures of Epstein and Trump and hanging out with all of these other fucking deep state individuals that it just might just be that we've got Scooby-Doo.
But I'm also trying to say that there's also a process that they don't want to taint. Okay, they've already got interviews on file that they have done already. What they're looking at it, we don't need to waste the resources to do the interviews again. So them sitting there saying, well, they haven't interviewed us. Did they interview you before?
No.
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. It's what they've had all these people say, well, we've
yeah, it's true. You can look it up. There's video of it. Thomas Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene have been championing those ladies.
And I highly doubt that they have not been interviewed at all.
They have not been interviewed at all. They have not had any of their calls returned. There are a lot of videos too that are during Pam Bondi's hearing and Kash Patel's hearing. Hold on, where they keep questioning, have you contacted any of these people?
Hey, I need another interview. Hey, I need another interview. Hey, I need another interview. No, you go. The investigation is on the way. If they need to get any more information, they will come to me. But right now, let them do.
Okay. Dude, you're not making sense because, like, they literally said, if there's anybody with any information regarding Epstein, we are more than open to talk. We want them to come forward and talk to us. And then they don't talk to anybody. They are literally asking for the interviews that you say that they don't want to be bothered to do.
What if there's nothing new there because they don't realize they have already been admitted, like...
None of the
Bro.
evidence has been erased. None of the evidence has been destroyed. That's all blackmail leverage. Nobody's going to get rid of all the leverage they have on every political leader.
If you're the one that might be getting caught up in that, yes. I mean, I
No.
can't. Yes.
Nobody
Because
there
you
is
know
in
what?
control.
Okay. If you are the one who's looking at this and you don't want to be implicated, you destroy that evidence. You don't go, hey, I might be able to use this. You go, wait, this might
Explain
be
to
used
me
against me. Let me destroy all
why
of
we
it that I
actually
can.
have evidence that Leslie Wexner was a co-conspirator, but he's still not in jail.
Oh my God. Just because you have people who are,
I mean, we have evidence on plenty of people, and they're not in jail.
Okay, well, you can have evidence.
Not one single
alright?
person has been arrested. Not
You
one.
could have evidence, but do you have a conviction? A guarantee?
They even
you show
moved
this to the
Ghislaine
jury.
Maxwell into a minimum security prison that she's not supposed to be in because she's a sex abuse or a sexual abuser.
Problem with that, alright? One of those is we know Ghislaine Maxwell was not given a fair trial because if she was, all of this would have come out during the trial. But
No, she was given a fair trial, but the thing is that she kept committing perjury. So everything she said turned out to be a lie. She's an unreliable witness, but they keep treating her like she is.
Because who do you think she's lying for? She's lying for the very people that are doing She's
protecting herself, dude. She's involved.
They're all
involved. That's the only reason she's lying.
And that's why they're not. That's why I said they destroyed the evidence. I'm not sitting there like, when it comes to Trump, do I think he was involved? There's photos that I saw today that make me question whether or not he was involved. But in the age of AI, I'm going to be like, I'm not sure. But the point
only one of two things are true. Either Trump is completely okay with his pedophile friends walking amongst normal people, or Trump is also in the files too, and they got dirt on him. Those are your only two possibilities here, man.
Yes, but if you're trying to do an investigation of people that can easily have your investigators eliminated in various ways and make it look like
that makes no sense, dude.
Yes, it does.
So we're going to ignore the crimes and allow the criminals to get away because if we tried to investigate anything, people would start to die.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if you're going to deal with people who could have the people who are investigating them taken care of, you make sure that those people move in silence. That means you don't sit there and go, let's get these people in for an interview. That we know anything that they give us, we probably already have. Let's get these people in for an interview. Let's let these people know we're onto them. Let's make sure that we put a big red target on everyone involved's back.
I didn't realize,
because people have the resources to eliminate everyone to make sure that they don't get there. If you want justice, you want them you want a little sound. You want whispers of the things that they're doing in the background. But if you don't want them to see them moving, because if you see them moving, that means that they are actually going to get caught and get shut down. If you make big, grandiose moves with people who have funds, they're either going to flee to countries where there is no extradition, which they're still probably going to do.
In regards to that hypothesis, like they suddenly free the country, didn't we just like run over and grab Maduro? Like we can run over and grab anybody, dude.
Yes. But Maduro was the leader of the country, and
and they're not even the leader of a country. They're just some billionaire.
Yes. Oh yeah, well, sure. Let's go.
So it should be a lot easier, right? They just don't want to do it because they're in the mix, dude. The government is 100% involved.
Okay, yeah. These people go to a part of the world where they have their allies are literally willing to do something and shoot down that helicopter or whatever. Because guess what? we happen to go to the wrong world, mother trucker, or the wrong part of the world. Just
Wouldn't
because
that be
we're
a
able to
fight
pull
worth
it off
fighting as
pull it
opposed to
off
like
in
this shit with
Venezuela,
China and Iran
Venezuela's
and
30,
Hormuz?
40 years behind us technologically. China's jet, that's a stealth jet, may be a joke, but it's still better than what countries like Venezuela is doing. Like you said, don't sit. The worst move you can make in any conflict is to underestimate your opponent. You want to be making sure that you have all contingencies planned out. If I hear them making
So they have
moves
like
that are
6 billion files, and they don't have anything to like arrest anybody. And
what if they're trying to, but they want to move after the midterms because they want to make sure that these people don't try to dump.
so they want to make sure that everybody like me doesn't vote for them, completely like handicapping
you
themselves in the
either have
midterm.
people that don't vote, or you have people activated for the Democrats because you got these billionaires who are worried that they're going to get arrested, and now they're dumping literal millions and millions and millions of dollars into making sure the Democrats win in areas that they would not be normally putting money into because you had to go after them before the midterms. Great move. Your principles sure got you that win. Now those investigations are for sure
The
going to
midterms
be
are
not
gonna
happening.
like fail, dude. Like I'm not even voting. My mom's not voting. My sisters aren't voting. And
what
we're
you're
all
saying-
pretty good voters. We're
What
just
you're
not
saying
voting.
is no. What you're saying is, I will not only cast my vote to the side and say that I don't want to vote. What you're saying is I will vote, but only if Trump will make moves that'll cause these individuals to fund Trump's enemies and make sure he loses.
Yes.
You will stand on your principles.
He has nothing to
the-
lose. He's on his second term. He can't run for a third term.
Yes, it's not a matter that he has nothing to lose because he can't run for a third term. It's a matter that he could lose literally to the Democrats in the midterms, causing them to actually impeach, convict, and remove from office him and Vance due to the various things they've done. Now, because of the fact that you decided that you wanted them, because of your principles, to throw the midterms away to the Democrats, give it to them, now you have a Democrat president that is going to make sure that all of those investigations not only don't happen ever, but will make sure that the very moves that you do not want to have happen because you had to stand on your principles and lose by your principles alone. Not play smart, keep your mouth shut, let the investigations happen. If they are happening, let them happen in silence.
If they are happening, they are not.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying they are, but if they were, I would be...
The investigations already happened, dude.
I would be keeping them
We're
silent.
just requesting the evidence and for them to actually move on it.
Because, one...
But let me just tell you, I'm not going to reward bad behavior. When somebody promises me to release the Epstein file for my vote, I expect them to follow through with that promise. When somebody tells me that they're not going to start another war, I listen to that and I cast my vote and I'm like, okay, you better not start another fucking war. It can go on and on and on. There's still been no COVID accountability whatsoever. There's been absolutely no moving on anything at all that concerns me. There's been absolutely no improvement of my life. In fact, my life has gotten worse because we've invaded the Strait of Hormuz, there's a toll on it.
What I'm saying is what you want would make it worse. Stop thinking about what you want and think big picture.
At least I would be suffering for something I care about.
I want a lot of these
I don't care about Israel. I don't care about Iran. I don't care about China.
But what I am saying is I'm willing to temper what I want, all right? To look at the big picture.
What is the big picture, child rape?
I just spent the last hour ranting on and on about the big picture, trying to explain the big
children.
picture.
Did you miss the part where they're using jerky as code for human flesh?
I understand that, but what I'm saying is if you keep pushing the one for what you want, you will throw everything to have nothing. You will lose. If you want
Already
to win,
have
you
nothing. Nobody's been arrested.
Oh my God! I'm not arguing that. I agree, but what I'm trying to get across.
But why would
to
I
you is-
reward bad behavior? Why would I cast my vote for people
Because
who
I'm
haven't
not
done
saying
anything?
you reward bad behavior. I'm saying at the very least, you cannot vote. You cannot vote. I'm not telling you to vote. What I'm telling you to do is look at the big picture. Stop looking at yourself. Zoom
The
out.
big picture
Big
is like
big picture.
the
Not you.
Democrats
Stop.
over here and the Republicans over here are connected to the same body
I
right
agree.
here.
I agree.
Like
but you
it's
could
just
get- oh
K-pop.
my
It's just
God.
wrestling shit, dude. It doesn't matter which one's in charge. We're still getting fucked.
I'm not arguing that. You're throwing shit
Then-
that I'm not saying out there.
Well, you're saying
what
like
I
it
keep getting
matters
mad
if a
about.
Democrat
I
president
keep
gets
having
in
to
there, and I'm
defend a
saying it
point that's
doesn't.
not my own. Stop defend the point that I'm not making. Start looking at the points that I am trying to make. That's the whole point of why I'm
All
getting
right, calm
frustrated.
down. What point are
Because I
you
keep
trying to make?
I keep trying to
just
get you on the point.
deep breath. What's the
I'm trying
point?
to get you on those points, dude. But every time I try to get you on the points, you go, but these points. I understand these points. I agree with you on
Okay,
these
well, what's
points.
the
Look
point?
away
Just-
from these points. Look away.
Look
Look
what's
away.
the
The
point?
Epstein list is a problem that we can. The internet will solve. Give the internet time. When you sit there and say the TMG or the DOJ isn't doing the internet or isn't doing the investigation, you're right. They might not be. But you know who is? A bunch of people on the internet right now, as we speak, are scrolling through them. Will you please let
Yeah.
it go? Let these people do what they're doing. But if you shine a
No.
light on it, all you're going to do is cause those billionaires to
Light
do
is
everything they
is the
can
best
to make
disinfectant.
your life worse because they're so
No.
afraid of accountability that they will
No.
do everything they can to prevent you from having what you want. You can sit there and say, well, I don't have nothing. Like, okay, I get that, but you won't have anything at all, ever, if you stop and just focus on one thing. There's an image that describes it perfectly. A bird flying off as a wolf tries to catch it. And you're so focused on one thing that you overlook the big picture. By just focusing on the Epstein files, you are that wolf jumping to its death. Yes, that is an issue. That is something we need to deal with and get corrected. But don't literally jump off the cliff to your death because you
What if
can't
the
look at anything else.
Are connected to the nation that keeps getting us into pointless wars in the Middle East.
Like, I understand that. I'm not saying
Was
we should-
Epstein not connected with Mossad? I mean,
I understand that.
is it not a
One of the
matter of
points that,
national
once again,
security?
you're-
Didn't they
you're-
arrest
once
Prince
again, this
Andrew
is
for
one of those points that I
revealing
agree with
state
you on that you
secrets?
keep pointing at, and I keep saying, I agree. I agree. How many times do I gotta say, I agree? Please stop making any points where I
So
say,
what does
I
not
agree.
talking about it do beyond letting people forget it ever happened and letting
Because
the
I'm tired of people talking about things without ever offering any solution. If you're going to talk about these things, then
the
offer
solution?
a solution.
It's like we got like this industrial wood chipper down the street, like they throw cars and shit.
Yes,
into
I
it.
agree. But that is dream fantasy land. That'll never happen.
No, it's not. I mean, it's
yes,
right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Think realistically. All right? What can you do right here, right now to change your world? You're doing it. When you
Yeah.
make your comic, when you sit there and say, hey, X this thing, and then go on to play video games and make people laugh and make their day better, and you joke about these things, that's fine. But when you sit there, like right now, every time I say, I agree, and you keep talking about it, I agree, and you're not actually listening to what I'm saying, you're just going,
You're saying that we shouldn't talk about the Epstein stuff.
I'm
though.
not saying we shouldn't talk about the Epstein. I already said never stop talking about the Epstein thing. But what I am
Then why did
saying,
you say like if we make too much noise or whatever, like they'll get time to run off or something like that? Like, what are you talking about?
okay, what I'm talking about is, you know that guy that's constantly like, hey, he could be the rightest motherfucker on the planet. He could be making the truest point ever, but if all he says is that point, all he does is constantly but this, but this, but this, but this, but this. That homeboy that got cheated on by his girlfriend. Every time that homeboy mentions that he got cheated on by his girlfriend. What, after like the 50th time you heard it, you're like, all right, motherfucker, we get it. You got cheated on by your girlfriend. Shut the fuck up about it. Yes, it was fucked up.
That's our
yes,
goal.
It was wrong.
That's
what the Epstein file is.
Are you familiar with how advertising works?
No, what we need to do is find a right balance between driving people nuts and raising awareness. You ride the frickin' balance. You ride the rope. You
should look into like that head-on commercial and like how much money they made off of that. You know how annoying that commercial is?
Yes.
But nobody can forget it.
But the thing is it only ran for so long and then went off. You only had to deal with it for 30 seconds. What you don't realize is you will come. This whole argument has been literally me making a point, like saying, you would be like, well, what about this? I present counter argument that might be what's going on, but like, I agree that the core point of what you're saying is messed up, but here's what might be but what about this? I'm not, why are you bringing that up? You're just doing Skinny, what you're doing is you're talking about things that make you mad. And that's you talk about things that make you mad, and then you forget that should be talking about things that make you happy. This whole, like, we could have played Dead Island 2, but instead, when something that could have been a throw-off comment, I tried to walk away from this conversation. I tried to stop it. But we had to have this conversation. That's why I'm saying, bro, you tell me to take deep breaths, but no, you take deep breaths too. Every time you start thinking, maybe I'm talking too much about this this topic, and I'm guilty of it too. Don't think I am not. I am guilty of it too. That's why I'm saying that is part of the problem. You rode that line where it went from, you're trying to raise awareness, you're trying to talk about...
Well, didn't we start talking like about China and stuff and end with Epstein? It wasn't like one topic, it's just...
Because they're all linked together.
So,
because we got to the war in Iran is because you're like, well, the whole reason why we're in Iran is because of the Epstein list. Yeah, I get that. Dude, I'm not arguing that these motherfuckers will go to war with other countries before they arrest pedophiles. I get that. I'm not arguing that. I'm not saying that's cool. I'm just saying that's life. Alright? But, hopefully the moves that are being made while we suck up the short-term pain right now might actually lead to us...
There is no such thing, man. I'm telling you, it's all bullshit.
Well, then go live in a cave in the middle of nowhere, don't have any positive hope for a better future, hope that there's a...
I do have hope, but just not when the current people who have ruined our lives are in charge.
This whole conversation has been me hope posting to the best of my ability. Me trying to say, hey, there might be. We could... I've been the one this whole time trying to be the glass half full type, and this whole
I hope this pedophile leads our country correctly. Kind of like that.
Dude, that, once again, glass half empty. Instead of sitting there going, hey, there are questions, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything. I'm pissed off at Trump, too. I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm not, but this whole conversation has been you constantly...
I mean, I'm not taking this seriously, man. I hope you realize this. If you can see me, I'm smiling, laughing. I'm not laughing at you either. I'm just... That just really matters to me.
And yes, you're right. I do take these things a little too seriously. I've been a Politico since I'm 8, and one of my annoyances that, I didn't used to get this animated and this mad when I talk politics.
I keep telling you not to take me seriously, dude. I remember telling you that yesterday when you were in the chat. You told me that at the start
of this conversation, if I remember right.
I said, and I was like, yeah, never take me too seriously, dude. I'm in my own little world.
Well, also, this is me. I've been, like I said, I'm a Politico, so I tend to be that guy that,
hey, as long as you don't challenge the goofy shit I say, I will keep my mouth shut, man. telling you,
No,
just
no, no.
don't
My whole thing is
challenge
you can
Goofy.
have an opinion, but when I present, like my biggest thing, when you ask me a question, let me finish the answer. You put a quarter in, you pick the song, let the jukebox play, man. Let the jukebox play. You paid
Yeah,
for
we need a
this, man.
timer though, man.
I wish it worked.
We need like
that.
one of those chess things. Like no
I
shit.
wish
Like
it worked like that. It don't work like that, man. It don't
it
work
should.
like that. I wish it
'Cause, like-
did. I would too.
But
Don't you
well,
think?
I'm
I
just
wish.
saying, like it's
Okay, this is
difficult
me.
for me to like sit here and when you list like 4 different points, like I would like to address like one at a time, but
No,
like
no,
and then I try to
get
do
that.
that.
Oh, now if I'm doing that and you say, okay, can I address this point real quick?
That's why I started asking you, like, hey, can I
Okay,
ask
yeah,
a
but
question?
okay, no.
I wasn't.
Ask like that's why when you started asking questions, I started trying to actually give it to you. My whole thing is I'm on the train and I'm trying to complete that thought, and stopping the train is kind of hard for me to do. All right? 'Cause
Yeah,
I will
it's
completely
just
forget. Like,
it's hard for me to notice a train when it speeds by me though.
I know, and I have a bet. I will info dump. That is one of the things I do. I'm sorry.
I'm like, oh shit, how many cars did that one have?
Yes. Well, it's
I
funny
don't
that
mean to interrupt or talk over, but there is also obviously some kind of latency because of like the digital stuff too. So sometimes I do start talking when to me it sounds like there's an empty spot, but you could have just started talking again and it just hadn't caught it up to me yet. So
somebody takes a huge because of. Sorry. I've known.
I do try not to be a dick in that way. That's why I asked you repeatedly, hey, what's your point? I'm not being patronizing. I'm just like, hey, here's your opportunity. Just let me know.
Well, that's the problem when you're talking about. Okay, first off, backstory. I don't know if I mentioned this. I moved.
I gotta smoke weed for this.
I moved from Germany to America. All right, my first year getting actual Americana. All right, not filtered Americana, real full-blown Americana. Okay.
What is Americana?
American culture, and that includes politics and things like that. Everything American. Does that make sense?
I thought it's just like an album by The Offspring. That's a really good album, by the way. Fuck that band, but that is a great album.
Right. But the point I'm making is my first year as a actual American in America, it was the '92 presidential election, man. Like, I moved here in October of '91. Like, literally, the '92 presidential election happened when I was a kid, and I may or may not have gotten activated in that whole ordeal because my first year in America, I thought, the default was Americans are super fucking political.
The default used to be like we were usually anti-war, and for the most part, that was we were pretty good for a while. But no, my entire lifetime has been complete dog shit,
don't
dude.
Get me wrong.
I'm just gonna be brutally honest. My entire lifetime, I've seen numerous presidents come and go, and the little fucking letter next to their name has never once, at any point, changed the direction that our country has been going in. It has always been like bullshit in the Middle East here, bullshit over there, bullshit here. We're not taking care of our people here. We're sending all this fucking money. We're embezzling shit, yada, yada, yada.
That's why I said, private equity is part of the problem, but the only way we are going to win part of the battle against private equity
I'm in a pickle right now, dude, because I love capitalism, but I don't think we can have healthy capitalist market when we have billionaires, because money is a finite resource.
No, we don't.
How do we solve
a capitalist system right now, though? That's the point you're missing. We don't have.
Well, I mean, I get that, but just like in this hypothetical, forget everything in reality, but like. I'm not asking that. I'm just trying to pick your brain because this is something I've been thinking about for a while. It's like, I don't like communism at all. I fucking can't stand it. It's fucking slavery. Let's just make that clear. I think all comedies should have their fucking heads chopped off. Yeah, they deserve to die. They've killed fucking billions of people. Fuck them.
Don't get me wrong.
But
like,
But my thing is I really do like capitalism. I like the idea I can sell my comic. But what do we do to address people hoarding wealth? Because money is a finite resource. You only have so many bills printed to go around. So what happens when you have a bunch of people who start hoarding that, and that really hurts everybody else?
What you're failing to understand is, first off, there's a difference between money and assets, all right? Just because you own something, all right, so let's take my phone, right? I'm going to go back to Peyton while we're talking.
I mean, just look at our economy, though, bro.
Well,
like,
let me finish. I'm explaining something. I'm shutting the game down and like working on art while we talk about this. But basically, the point I'm making here is we don't live in a capitalist society. We live in a corporatist society. And to address your point on, people hoarding wealth. So you're saying when you buy a new phone, all right, brand new phone, all right, you paid for it in cash. Like, let's say you go buy $100 phone from Walmart, right?
yeah.
That $100, like that $100 phone is now a $100 asset, all right? So on paper, it's worth $100. That goes to your net worth.
That's shenanigans, though, bro.
But that's what
Like,
a lot of
we
these
have, like,
millionaires do. They own assets that are worth money, but they don't really have liquid
it's all doing this.
currency.
That's the problem. It's all doing this.
I mean, I
It's
can't
going
see
into
you.
one. That's what I'm getting at. It's all of our resources are being taken up by a single entity.
But the point
eventually.
I'm making, oh yes, but the point I'm making is that's not the difference between. You said finite number of bills. There's a difference between money and assets. There's a difference
Yeah.
between liquid and hard. All right. So hard, if I remember right, cash is literally assets. It is.
Well, I'm not talking about
cars,
like
houses,
when they're
gold,
talking about like net
diamonds.
worth or whatever. I know that counts as like assets and stuff like that, but we literally have like billionaires and stuff like total Scrooge
But they don't
McDuck
have
type motherfuckers
billions in
running
the
around.
bank, though. That's the point. Like, that's the big misunderstanding. They don't have billions of dollars in the bank. What they have is money that, once again, like, they have assets that are worth $1 billion. They have paintings that are worth $1 billion. They have cars that are worth.
So, like,
$1 billion.
what happens if, like, for instance, let's say Bezos, they're putting in all these fucking robots in their fucking distribution centers and shit like that for Amazon. All right, and this dude's still fucking pulling in a shit ton of money and nobody's getting paid. Because you got the robots running around. Maybe you got a staff of engineers. Let's just be generous. You got a staff of engineers that just on standby. They usually just fucking smoke dope and play video games until a robot breaks down. But you may have some engineers on standby. But like, what happens then? Because that's what we're headed to right now. Like,
I mean, dude,
we're heading into a place where people are going to be taking money, but they're never going to be in a position where they're going to put that money back into the economy.
These were questions people asked 100 years ago with the car and so on and so forth.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. People were like, well, first you had, horses because the expansion of people were going to leave cities like New York.
Oh, yeah. No. That's not the question I'm asking. That has nothing to do with it.
You're just asking the modern day equivalent of that. What are we going to do when all these people don't have jobs because video games? And it's like, what if short term? Yeah. First generation bunch of people don't have
historically
jobs,
speaking, what usually happens when we have a shortage of jobs?
Oh, no doubt a depression happens. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is even
So
with
unlike the car thing, this is actually a legitimate concern, though. The car thing wasn't a legitimate concern 'cause it opened up everything else for a lot of different people. But this
and it
isn't
handled the
opening.
manure
This is a
problem that these
closing.
people were, that the various cities were worried about having to deal with. That's the point I'm making. Is oh, I see what I did wrong, but that's the point I'm
Anyway,
making.
I love you, buddy, but I'm getting ready to hop off of here. It's not because I'm angry and I'm storming off, so I want to make that clear.
I mean, you're totally angry. You're totally storming off. You're totally pulling a Captain Hero.
I can make sounds if you want me to. Like, honey, honey, can you slam a door for me?
Like, no. You gotta do. You can't just slam a door. You gotta do the overly.
You know, I'm almost angry enough to buy my dog a shock collar.
You're not Hassan Piker.
Yeah, I remembered that while we were talking because I was like, oh yeah, that's that guy who shocked his dog.
Yeah, like dude, like I said, dude,
I'm not against shock collars though. I want to be clear. Some dogs have a habit of just being really fucking annoying and barking their heads off, and sometimes you do got to give them a little, like, give them to shut the fuck up.
That's a different.
That's not abusive, but what he was doing definitely was, man. That was fucking horseshit. Fuck that guy.
No, that. But what I'm saying is, or I should say more accurately, the point I'm making is the fact that you did it basically. Do you remember Drawn Together?
Yeah.
I know you remember Drawn Together. You do the cat.
The TV show, or
yes.
Oh yeah. I was thinking Drawn and Quartered too for some reason, but yeah, I remember that.
Frickin', you do the Captain Hero running off.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that 100%.
That's.
Anyways,
Drawn Together.
I'll catch you later. Just this next, just don't pry into my political stuff. I suppose I don't know. I just get a little passionate about when people start.
Come on, bro. Do you remember? Real quick. Do you remember Duskquill? They used to be on meeting. Oh, I might try to do this. So my job is talking about having set scheduled. If that happens, I might bring back Meeting of the Minds. Are you down?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. As long as it's in my schedule, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on a set schedule. I don't know where you are, but
no.
It's 8:52 p.m. here. I'm on Pacific Mountain Time.
It's 10:52. You live over in Seattle, though.
Yeah, Seattle's only not too far away, but it's far enough away to where I don't have to deal with it.
Oh,
it's really beautiful out here, dude. Like, Seattle is literally like a cold sore on a really hot woman.
Dude, no. You're talking to a guy who would rather be someplace cold than where I'm at, but at the same time, I'm also the guy that I would rather also, you know, I like where I'm at because I'm surrounded by good people. Believe it or not.
It doesn't get as cold as you think up here either.
Well, that's the thing. I'm more like, you know where I would love to live if I do live in the stateside, though, become extremely more and more left wing? Montana.
Yeah, Montana's really nice. We drove through there on our way up here.
And it's really cold. I love me.
We drove the length of the whole fucking state, dude, just from the east side all the way to the west side.
So many fucking deer.
Like Mississippi or some shit.
I lived in Alabama.
Alabama, that's right. I knew you were like y'all were somewhere.
And like people are. The funny thing is, it's like people are like, "Oh, you're Southern, you must be racist." I'm like, you know, like my birthplace is like also the birthplace of the fucking Crichton Leprechaun, motherfucker. There ain't no white people in that fucking video.
On top of that, dude, just because you're from Alabama, bro. All right.
Yeah, I came up here to Seattle and I talked shit to people who were like, "I need to leave. The politics are getting gay here," and I'm like, "Well, that's why the politics are getting gay is because you faggots keep leaving."
I like that.
I'm like, I'm here to stand my ground, dude. I came to face the forces of evil head on.
Okay, don't get me
I'm
wrong.
like,
I'm probably gonna take a ding for that because I'm still live streaming, but I would be lying if I said I didn't on some level agree.
but yeah, it's actually pretty chill out here for the most part. Like there's
Oh, dude,
I don't know if
my
it's liberal or conservative necessarily. There's some liberal people here for sure, but there's some conservative people here.
oh, yeah.
It's just farm country in the mountains out here, dude. It's fucking beautiful,
Oh,
and weed's legal.
so basically you're in the rural area where it's where
Yeah,
you do have.
basic. I don't want to. I'm not going to name drop the town that I'm in, but it's basically like the Andy Griffith show,
Uh
Mayberry.
huh. That's what it's basically.
That's pretty much the town I'm in. I'm in a little itty bitty town or downtown area I can walk to from where I'm at right now. It just take me like maybe 5 minutes, and it's just like a little, boop, and then that's it. That's our whole town. We got a school set
Bro.
up around, and
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't jealous. I'd be lying if I said.
it's especially nice like during winter when they put up all the Christmas decorations and stuff. Especially like I said, it looks like kind of like the like in the older movies, like A Christmas Story or stuff like that. Everything looks like that out here.
Dude, I am so freaking jealous.
Yeah, it's dope, man. I post pictures on my Facebook occasionally. I need to go outside some more.
Like,
It was rainy, so I didn't go outside this
I'd be
weekend.
lying if I said I wasn't, bro. Like, to me, that is literally one of the things I miss about Germany, dude.
Yeah, look up the Cascades, because I'm like right there at the base of them.
Nice, bro. See, so Germany.
Every time I go to work, like when I'm looking at it looks like a fucking Bob Ross painting. It never gets old. Like I thought, my wife is like, it'll get old after a while. It still hasn't, dude. It still takes my breath away every day. It doesn't matter how many times I see it. It always looks a little different too.
It's because you actually appreciate it. Because you've gotten away from a lot of the.
Well, I grew up in Alabama, so like everything's just flat and it's just, for fuck's sake. God damn it.
Bro, I'm in Oklahoma. I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, believe me. I know what you're
Jeez,
talking about.
fucking bullshit. All right, there we go. My mic went off. But yeah, like Alabama's just flat. There's nothing to see out there. It's all trees and it's flat land. I mean, yeah, you can go to the beach and that's okay, but I mean, even then, you're just looking at water. It's nothing cool.
It's not
Like,
the same, bro. Let's be honest. Even then, you like.
I mean, it really is lame down there because, like, I have all that shit that was down there plus more. But I also have like some negative benefits too. Like down there in the south, like mosquitoes are fucking terrible and the humidity is atrocious. Like you can't go anywhere outside without getting eaten up by mosquitoes unless you use like fucking off.
Hey, we're built different because of that.
Yeah, but that and there's a shit ton of like venomous snakes. Dude, I had to deal with fucking water moccasins when I was like floating on the creek. That's the snake that runs on water, dude. Where the fuck am I gonna go on a boat with a poisonous snake?
Okay, bro. All right, so the thing I understand about Oklahoma, without going into where I'm at specifically, all right? South of OKC, you're southern. You're
Oklahoma.
Fuck you. But anyway,
to say it, man.
South of OKC, you're southern because, a lot of the cultural influences from Texas because you're covered on two sides by Texas, all right? North of OKC, you're Midwestern because you have more you got like Kansas above you, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm PNW now. Pacific Northwest.
But yeah, I'll be 100% with you, dude. I don't want to live any other part of the frickin' world.
Yeah, Oklahoma's beautiful, dude. But like I said,
Oh no, I
Alabama
hate
was shit to
Oklahoma because
begin
of how
with.
hot it is and everything.
Alabama is shit, and it's filled with fucking bullshit like bugs and snakes and alligators. We had wild boar you'd have to watch out for out there too. It's fucking stupid. So I come up here to Washington State,
Okay,
and
you're
like
forgetting one thing. All the things you're complaining about, we got here too.
I don't have any of them here.
Like wild boars, water moccasins, mosquitoes,
No, not
rattlers.
here in Washington State,
Oh,
though.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
I
I'm
see what you're
saying.
saying.
Like,
I see what you're saying. You got away from all the stuff that I like. No, I get that. I get that.
yeah, there's even like severely less spiders here too. Like,
And once again,
which I'm
that's why
happy
we
about.
built different. That's why we built different. You can't be from the South and not be a bit of a spider whisperer, all right? You have to be. We got tarantulas.
Yeah, but I don't have to fucking like them, dude. I'm glad they're gone.
Nothing about liking them, bro. Nothing about liking
And also, like, it's like liberal is like they like to talk about out here. Like, these guys wouldn't know racism if it walked up and slapped them. And this is like the whitest place I've ever been in.
Oh, bro. To be fair though,
Well, there's a reason because a lot of the people, the families that have settled here are like Bavarian and German and
well,
the
I did
other.
not see that coming.
Yeah, there's probably. Dude, that's the funniest shit about me moving up here to the Pacific Northwest. It's like in the South, it's like, oh, you guys are all racist. You got the Klan. And like, I went my whole life. I never met a single fucking neo-Nazi and never met a
Same.
single Klansman. I had a rebel flag, but we weren't racist. We just liked our heritage. It's pretty
That's
easy.
a big thing. A lot of people don't.
We didn't commit a genocide, so I think it's okay for us to appreciate our heritage.
Well, but there's also black people from the South. So my
Yeah, there's lots of black folks who like the rebel flag too. They just don't talk
well,
about them in
I
media.
remember my brother-in-law's got it tattooed on him.
There were black slave owners too. Like they won't tell you that. Like,
well, all right. To be fair though.
but anyway, that's besides the point. I didn't experience any real fucking racism beyond like maybe some black kids treat me like shit because you know, but they can't be racist, right? But anyways, I didn't experience any like racism from like my kind towards like blacks or whatever. We would tell like I'll stop myself from saying it, but we would tell black jokes, but we'd also tell like Mexican jokes and white jokes and yada. Jewish jokes.
If I remember right, you're still in like your early 30s.
But anyways, we tell, but we weren't ever racist down there. I come up here to Washington and like within the first 3 months, I meet like some fucking guy who's like in the fucking neo-Nazi chapter and he's also trying to join the Klan. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, this is like the whitest place ever. Why do you guys even need that out here?
Because I don't know, raisins. I personally find it fucking.
I think it's just because there's a lack of black. Like, you can't be racist when you're forced to face it every day. It's really hard to be racist in the South because there's black people everywhere.
It's hard to be racist when you go to work. I'm like, bro, what? All right, like today, for instance, I was working with a black dude, like, and we're cool as shit at work. Like, don't get me wrong. James and
You just hate what you don't know. That's why I don't think there's any real meaning behind like, oh, racism is it's not really because all the people who are racist are living in their little fucking racist colonies and they're in their own little bubble, dude. They're not out there like they're not out there hunting black people. People are hunting deer or anything like
that's a lot of them aren't even bright enough to understand what's going on.
But yeah, it's just I always thought it was incredibly funny, like, because you would always think, like, the Yanks would be, like, super fucking, like, not racist and shit because of how much shit they talk about the South. But no, it's every accusation is a confession, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, here's the thing. All right, if I remember right, you're in your 30s, right? Your early 30s?
Oh no, late 30s.
You might remember it somewhat like I was born in '83. In the '90s, 2000s, man, we had things like the Chappelle Show. Oh, we said
Yeah,
some shit to
I
each
was
other.
around for that. I'm a 90s baby, dude. Like, you know,
We said some
I lived
shit
around where
to
we
each
could all
other
make
back in the
jokes
day.
about each other, and
I'm sorry, but
but
like
I do gotta go.
all right, yeah, go
My
ahead.
wife's giving me the eye.
All right, don't worry. Go spend time with your wife. I'm gonna work a little bit hard, and then I'm going to go to bed myself. I kind of got well caffeinated and got arguing politics with you, so we shall see. Took a bit of a nap earlier, so that might be part of the problem. But regardless, you have a good night, Broham.
Alrighty, you too, bud.
Let me see, where is it? Ah, later. Blue. All right. Oh yeah. I'm getting right back to art players. So that means I need to put the current headset up. Is it still in here? Yep. Because I went and dropped it right back in. Like, literally, not trying to lose shit. Still freaking. Uh, let's go. Oh, wait, let me. Alright. Give me a moment. I need to get some music going. Y'all know how I am. I got done with that. Though draining my main vein might be on the frickin' menu here soon. But da da da. Don't fucking listen. You use every last one of you. I'm gonna set you off there. Yeah. Try to get the brakes. Ah. Whew. All right. All right. Let's just crash. Oop. Ba, 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 ba. Alright. Yeah. Crap, I probably forgot to fix those too. Glad I held off for a moment. Coffee. Oh, why is AMD open? Uh, Whatever. Boom, boom, cool. Pop that back open. There we go. That's why I was off a little bit. Uh, Let's finally get back to putting paint on canvas, friends. Finally, after a long time trying to get the right lines, I mean, well, unfortunately, sometimes finding the right line is a bit difficult, friend. But don't worry, because I kept at it, I found it. Just took a little bit of work, huh? Huh. Oh, okay. Whatever. Odd, look like resemble distraction. Uh, mm-hmm. Oop, 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 oop. That's why I had to move things around. Mhm. Okay. You know, that's right. And the brothers left in the room, but a resignation to the pride of the group. Little lead out to feel bad. And then I was looking at man. Oh, man. Don't you carry me? Don't you carry me? Ah, Hmm. Not even risk it. Where's old Trusty? Not even risk it. Where's Trusty? Crap! Oh, that's why. That's right. Extra pencil. But not what I'm looking for. Yes. Looking for my main brush that I use. So I was like, where's old Trusty? Oh. Hair. Ah. Crap. Oh. Crap. I would notice this now. No worries, I fix. Just wish I noticed these things prior. That's how I ended up having to redo this whole area. But that is exactly why I made sure to buy a second thing of new Shamrock. Because this one, yeah, I'd say that one's getting a little bit on the low side. Snowbirds, snowbirds. Literally just brushed my hair. Literally. Like, not even, like, started the stream. Pulled my hair out of a ponytail. Brushed it. Somehow. Some way. Over the course of just the stream. My hair has managed to get mess up. Oh. All right. Ah. Yeah. There it is. Hmm. Phase. Hmm. Even though that's supposed to be the side. Yeah, trust the process. Trust the process. Yeah, trust the process. Trust me. Sometimes it's hard. Yeah, perspective gets a little funky, so I just gotta. But the problem is here, I goofed, and so now I gotta fix where I goofed, and it's like, screw it. Trying to salvage as much of it as I can, but there's no lines to really salvage. I just need to paint over it and get new lines. Oh. Oh, I took care of everything. I even ate dinner at work. Oh. That's why I haven't been hungry. Oh. Mm. Alright. I'm waiting on that to dry. Oh. Flag red, flag red. That's a red flag! Hold on. I'll show myself out. Oh, so scared. Got a little too much. Go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. On the outside. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 I created a monster because nobody wants to see Marshall no more. If they want Shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want Shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some hot liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than the shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor. When I'm not cooperating, when I'm rocking the table while he's operating. You waited this long to stop debating, cause I'm back and I'm on the rag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating, so the FCC won't let me be or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me. So come on and dip it, come on and lip, jump back, jiggle the hips and wiggle a bit and get ready, cause this shit's about to get heavy. I can settle all my lawsuits. Fuck you, Debbie! Right. Just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. This looks like a job for me, so everybody, just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. Little hellions, kids feeling rebellious, embarrassed, the parents that listen to Elvis. They start feeling like prisoners helpless till someone comes along on a mission and yells, bitch, a visionary vision is scary, could start a revolution, polluting the airways of rebel. So just let me rebel and bask in the fact that I got everyone kissing such a such a catastrophe, so you can see so damn so much of ass you ask me. Well, I'm back, 50 band attendant to it, and then I'm gonna enter in it, and I'll be your skin like a splinter. The center of attention, back to the winner. I'm interesting, after testing, the wrestling, infesting, and you can't do the nesting. Testing, attention please, feel the tension. As soon as someone mentioned me, here's my 10 cents, my 2 cents is free, a new sense. Who sent? You sent for me? Ah, everybody. Just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. Like a job for me, so everybody, just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I go tit for tat with anybody who's talking this shit, that shit, Chris Kirkpatrick, you can get your ass kicked. Worse than little Limp Bizkit bastards and Moby, you can get stomped by Obi. 36-year-old boy. You don't owe me, you're too old, let's go with Oba. Nobody listens to techno, let's go. Just give me the signal, I'll be there with a whole list full of new insults have been dope. Suspenseful, the pencil ever since Prince himself into a symbol. Sometimes it just seems everybody only wants to discuss me. So this must mean I'm disgusting. But it's just me, I'm just obscene. Now I'm not the first king of controversy. I am the worst thing since Elvis Presley to do black music so selfishly. Use it to get myself wealthy. There's a concept that works. 20 million other white rappers emerge, but no matter how many fish in the sea, it'll be so empty without me. So everybody, just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. This looks like a job for me. So everybody, just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Good song put on tonight. I can live with that. We're trying to keep me going, and while that is dancing and would kind of keep me going, I'm not in the mood for it. Part of you? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Where's my more reddish? Whoopsie. There it is. Section red. I don't need more pinkish. Apricots. Oh, let me actually stretch. What time is it? Ah. 48 and a half. What's up, buddy? Ah. Mother. Okay. Oh. Gotta pee like a racehorse, but whatever. I'm in the stretch for the time being. I'll get that done once we're done here. We got a lot of work to do. I do mean a lot. 12 months. Alright, 12. It kind of makes me like impatient for Christmas just to use this doing something Christmassy. Like legit Christmassy. Because I intend to try to do something themed for the holidays. For Halloween, I want to do something Halloween. Like, I might just kind of have art take over my live streams for a bit. I'll still play video games every now and then, but I need to get skill up, player. I need to get more time in. I got a lot, and I do mean a lot of practice that is needed. And you don't get that playing video games. I'm just saying. So I try to do like I got once again. I got like I said, it's earlier. You gotta ride that right balance, so you don't want to end up being like that kid who just kept on, no matter how that dude's like, but you cheated on me, man. Yeah, art's the same way. Yeah, you work it, but you gotta hold, like, you can't be continuously doing it. You gotta give yourself a break every now and then. Do something fun as a cognitive break. All right, you know what? Screw it. Right back. Gotta be. Give me a chance to get more coffee if I got any. I hope I do. Well, if you wanted honesty, don't only I had to say. I'm not gonna want to let you down. I'll have to go better off this way. Ah, go here. Ah, good old congestion. Whew. Bro, I didn't realize I had to piss that badly until I was like, ah. Okay. You said you read me like a book, but the pages are all torn and faded. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay, yeah, I'm okay. I'm telling you the truth. I mean it. I'm okay. Trust me. I'm not okay. You know what, man? Fuck this shit. You know what? Like, yeah, the next song was going to be another song off of the album, but like, I got a perfectly good record player for a fucking reason. What should we listen to, friends? We're gonna at least get an album or two in, get some work done tonight. Saturday night, I ain't got shit to do. Fuck it. A little bit, hopefully it don't bleed through. Ugh. Oh. What's up, buddy? I know. It's 11:46 and I'm still going strong, which is weird for me. What, buddy? See. Would you have a bad dream or something? Come on. Did you have a bad dream or something? Get up here. Get him away from the paint. He's already got to clean his tail, but he's going to fight me on it when I go to do it. Or he got paint in his tail earlier. Not big guy. Oh, my wingman. Is my wingman being a wingman? He's like, yeah, I'm being a wingman. Yes. Look at that wingman face. He's unhappy because he's getting loved on in a way he doesn't want. He wants his own way. But when I gotta throw him off to let him run away, he's like, no, I don't want that either. He doesn't know what he wants. He knows he wants to be the center of attention. That's what he wants. Let go! Oh. Like, you're the one who didn't know what he wanted, not me. You puked. I should have noticed that before now. Give me a second. So focused on what needs to be done. Douchebag. Yeah. I don't like the chair too. We're gonna get on. All right. Oh. Vegas. Cool. Boys and girls of every age, would you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see. This is our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Tonight, this is Halloween. Everybody make a scene. Trick or treat till the day of the time Friday. It's something on. Everybody scream! Shopping, eyes glowing red. I'm the one hiding under your stairs, feeling like snakes and spiders in my hair. Halloween, 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 Halloween. Where is it? Say it once, say it twice, take a chance and roll the dice right at the moon in the dead of night. In our town of Halloween. Here with the flash of gold on the trains. Yeah, yeah. What's up, bud? You being making sure I'm still in this right, making sure I'm working on this painting right, I mean, the proper perspective. Love lives seven plans. Life's no fun without a good scare. That's our job, but we're not mean. In our town of Halloween. Don't we love it now? Life. Hit you in the back and scream like a bet you make a jump out. I'll skin little mouth. But it screams, please make way for a very special guy. Frank is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king. Halloween, this is Halloween. And there's only one king, King of Kings, and that there is Jesus Christ. Fight me. I'll win. Get it. Bust out the crazy eyes. Oh, all right. I'll fix that here in a bit. What I really needed was some water, but I ain't got none of that. If you deny it, what I do, I am the best, for my talents are renowned far and wide. When it comes to surprises, the moonlit night, I excel without ever even trying. With the slightest little effort of my ghost-like charm, I have seen grown men give out a shriek. With a wave of my hand and a well-placed moan, I have swept the very bravest off their feet. Yet who here would ever understand that the Pumpkin King with the skeleton grin would tire of his crown? Let's see. I'm gonna skip ahead. Oh well, we'll get back to work. Deep inside of these wolves, an emptiness began to grow. There's something now there far from my home, alone that I'm in. I'm a master. Can I help you, sir? Yes, can I help you, sir? In Kentucky. I'm Mr. Lucky, and I'm known throughout England and France. And since I am dead, I can take off my head to recite Shakespearean quotation. No animal nor man could scream like I can with the fury of my recitations. Yeah. Cat just looking at me like, really? Were you just singing at me, human? Yes, I was. You give it all up if you won't be cool. Oh, you decided to loaf behind there? Oh. Thunder, something. There's some and praise come year after year. Love, nothing over these and goofy kid. Trust the plan, trust the plan. Grow out the plan, new plan. Still feel like it's not right. I hear you, Mr. Miyagi. You've been being so quiet, too. saying. Oh, should be. I'm gonna just trust the process and just I might be thinking too hard looking at it and believe me, sometimes looking at it too much, you do end up screwing yourself. Mhm. What's this? What's this? Those lighting to the air. What's this? Now. What's this? What's this? What's this? There's something very wrong. What's this? There's people singing songs. What's this? People finding new music. Everybody seems so happy. I like possibly done happy. What is this? What's this? Time for snowballs. Little throwing heads. You know, instead. No, I can't believe my still feel. Oh, look. Kiss. What the inspired. Fire. What's this? What's this? Tree. Yeah, do it everything. And why? Covering it with tiny little things that but that's your life on street. What? Be like I'm a wish. What's this? Oh my, what now? This is an obviously. Look, there's nothing underneath. No focus. No witches in the skin. Skin orange. The motion. It's a feeling inside that tree. What is it? What is all you see around us? Have you found? I think that place just seems to be good feeling all around. Instead of something I swear I can run music in the air. Instead of taking eyes of absolutely everywhere. Look at that! Down! Look at me! I'll never search it for definitely inside of me feeling up myself. You can't give up. Long and all word the problem. Something you want to lose the spirit cloud. Christmas Town? This is everyone. You will not believe around things like that lie on my brain. It's a world unlike anything seen. I try. I can't imagine just drive like a most improbable dream. You must believe when I tell you this. It's as real as my skull and it does this. Here. This is the thing called a present. The whole thing's something apart. Is it sweet? It is the box. Started like one thing. Just the box with bright colored paper. And the whole thing something to go. And you can hang out the point of the thing up to know. It's perhaps it's the head that I found in the lake. You don't understand it. That's not the point of Christmas. I keep doing that. Make it a oversized sock. You hang it like this on the wall. Oh, yes, this is there's no foot inside, but there's candy. Or sometimes it's being a small tip of purple. They might, mister. They got it scared. Okay. Everyone really done that so fast. Quite rocks. And I save for the last, for the ruler of this Christmas land. He, with a deep, mighty voice, speaks that I've come to understand. And I've also learned that there is something to behold, like a lobster, huge and red. He sets out to sleigh with his reindeer on, cutting bulls exactly with great arms. I've heard it said that like a vulture in the sky. And they call him Santa Claus. He's very excited. You don't understand that special kind of feeling in Christmas land. Oh, well. Alright. Record change time. Oh, I should say record flip time. Ah. Ah. Yes, we hear you. Hoodie up. Oh. So. This fight here is one of the main reasons why I love Nightmare Before Christmas and always will. Like, the reason why I'm so glad I got this score is because of the fact that, oh, like, it has a lot of the other music. Oh, it was you douchebag. What, was it in your way? So you're like, I'm gonna get rid of this now. Not sorry, human. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I still need that. Sorry. Whatever. Ah. I still feel like this one needs to be painted. You're doing it again. Hmm. Oh. Stop. Keep forgetting like a man. Long since passed. That's what I do. One thing that goes wrong. Oh, alright. I think it's time to call it for a night. I'm making simple mistakes. Oh, I mean, it is almost midnight. Oh, it's after midnight. My bad. Alright, friends. Well, thanks for hanging out and watching. Wheelie's got something on, even if I did just argue politics for the most part of the stream. Now I'm looking at this like I'm trying to fix what I got wrong because, yeah. Whatever. I'll get it straightened out. No worries. But, as always, like I said, thanks for hanging out and watching. Please like, subscribe, ring that bell. Follow me on the Twitters at Brainiac420. Follow me everywhere else at a Nerd Over 40. Please come back tomorrow morning or afternoon or whenever sometime at a Nerd and Over for you on my YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter for my daily, and I do mean daily short, though it might be up later on in the day. I'm not even going to lie. And then come back again at 5 p.m. Central for my daily live stream. That's right, my friends. I'm off tomorrow, so Attack of the Live Streamers coming at you live at 5. And with that, my